Happy New Year, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. My name is Francis. Our gospel for today is taken from John chapter 2, verses 1 to 12, which speaks about the wedding at Cana. It appears that in the middle of the wedding reception, the wine ran out. Mother Mary told Jesus about it, and despite his seeming reluctance to help out, Mary told the servants to do whatever Jesus said. Jesus turned the water into wine, and the disciples saw it and believed. There are two types of believers in this story. We have the disciples who witnessed everything and believed. Then we also have Mary, who believed even before she saw anything. I find this faith astounding. Well, of course, she knew that Jesus was the Son of God, but still, not having seen a miracle of Jesus prior to this wedding, believing that Jesus can address a present need is just amazing. Now, in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, to have faith is defined as to be sure of things we hope for, to be certain of the things we cannot see. Perfectly describes Mary's experience. She was very sure that Jesus can do something about their situation, even though she has never seen Jesus perform any sort of miracle before, much less, turning water into wine. My wife and I were caught in the middle of the New Year's Day crisis with the airline industry. A few days back when all of a sudden, none of the flights going in and out of Manila and the Philippines for that matter, there were simply no flights, no planes flying about. And we were already in the airport when all the flights were canceled due to some technical problem in Manila. I tell you, it was complete chaos in the Cebu Terminal 1 airport. Everyone was asked to go to the check-in counters to have their flights rebooked or refunded. We stood there for about 3 hours in line until someone was able to accommodate us. And I was quietly praying to God for a miracle, that the issue would be resolved within the day and somehow we can go home the next day. We decided to refund our tickets and took our chance with another airline, as our first airline told us the earliest available flights were still on January 3. The flight we got was for early morning of January 2. But even though we could have gone to a relative's place to spend the night, we decided to take our chances in the airport that maybe, just maybe, a flight would become available and we could maybe get on it if there were available seats. Shortly after midnight, the check-in counters of our airline opened and they started accepting passengers for a 12:30 a.m. flight back to Manila. My wife and I were able to check in, 2 of only 29 passengers who made it back to Manila from Cebu that morning. We would learn much later in the day that our original flight, as well as all the other flights of that airline, were canceled that morning. So it was really a miracle that we were able to go back to Manila in the early morning of January 2. We did not know if we could fly back on January 2. We only knew that we had to try. We bought our tickets and surrendered everything else to God. We were prepared for any outcome. But God gave us the best possible outcome we could have prayed for, could have hoped for. And so, despite starting this year by spending a big chunk of it at an airport, we were once again first-hand witnesses to the power of God. And we believed in the power of God again and again, just like the disciples. Brothers and sisters, there is power in prayer. There is power in asking of Jesus. There is power in having faith. There is power in having hope. And all of these things directed towards God will produce miracles. I am a regular witness to such miracles. Big ones, small ones, miracles just the same. Friends, if you are going through something right now, I encourage you to be like Mary and lift it up to God. Have faith in the future you cannot see, knowing that God has already seen it. If we can see Jesus in our daily lives, we can dare to believe, we can dare to dream, we can dare to hope. If you have been blessed by this short reflection, please like and share Pathways of Hope to your friends and loved ones. Again, my name is Francis Ortega. Thank you and have a great day.